Happy New Year, everyone. As some of you can tell by some of what I've posted already, or maybe not, I don't know. God has been on me heavy this morning. And one of the things that He has placed on my heart to release, and I'm going to release it just as I am, hair bonnet and all, is this. All of you hurting because you feel hated by a parent, you feel hated by a loved one, you feel hated by someone you thought would never hate you. Know this. Their hatred toward you has nothing to do with you. Their hatred toward you has everything to do with what you represent, whether you intend to represent it or not. Me specifically, I was born of incestuous rape. My mother to this day tells me that she hates me and she wishes she would have aborted me, and that I'm the spawn of Satan and so many other hateful things that she says to me. But what she is really saying is she hates what happens to her. She hates what happened to her, and she unleashes on me because I am a product of what happened to her. Now, I have two options in this matter, and too many of us take the first option. I could match her energy, and I could return the hate, and I could return the vitriol and the spew and the venomous spew that she likes to unleash on me. Or I can understand that it's not about me, and I can forgive 70 times 7. Thank you for that, Crystal Brown. Forgiveness is not something that we get to choose to withhold from other people. Forgiveness is something that we make a conscious decision to withhold, but it's not our kingdom right to withhold. You withholding forgiveness keeps you bound, and you only. You withholding forgiveness doesn't keep the other person bound. You get mad when you see people that have wronged you prospering in life and seemingly being happy and going forward and moving ahead. And you wonder, how can they be so happy? How can they be so blessed when they did this and this and that? You have no idea what conversations they've had with God. You had no idea what they went through to get to where they are right now. God does not hold people to our feelings toward them. But your feelings toward another person will hold you to that feeling, that bondage, those chains. You would do yourself justice, moving ahead, if you decided to forgive without failure, forgive without missing a beat, forgive without an apology, forgive without understanding where that person is coming from. Because many times you'll never get an explanation. Many times you'll never understand. But you have to understand that people who do things to other people are doing it out of their own hurt and their own despair. Especially when they tell you they hate you, they don't like you, they want nothing to do with you. More likely than not, it really has nothing to do with you per se, but what you represent. And we don't control what we represent. We only control how we respond and we react to others who respond to us in an ungodly way. I'm not perfect, but I choose forgiveness. A lot of times that forgiveness comes without an apology. Sometimes that forgiveness comes without an actively changing behavior. Forgiveness is renewed and restored even in the midst of turmoil, even in the midst of the ugly messages, even in the midst of the venom being spewed at me, because I know that it's not about me. But if I allow myself to get caught up in that web, I can't grow. I can't get further and further into who God called me to be. And that is what I have control over. And that is what I can do something about. My mother telling me she hates me has nothing to do with me. Your mother telling you she hates you has nothing to do with you. Your father hating you has nothing to do with you. Your siblings hating you has nothing to do with you directly. While we may do things to people that could seemingly justify their feelings toward us, ultimately, their feelings toward us really have nothing to do with us, but everything to do with them and how they internalize situations and things that happen to them. We have to allow people the grace and the room to become who they are supposed to be. And the best way that we can give people grace sometimes is obviously forgiveness. And 2, it's keeping our mouths off of them. We don't walk in the shoes of other people, so we will never understand how they tick, what makes them tick. We can learn things about people, we can know things about people, but until you have actually walked in their shoes, you never truly understand them. So going into 2022 with what is to come, and I keep trying to not sound too grim with this, but buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. One thing that we can control going into this year is our spirituality, our spiritual life, not our religious nature, not our religion, our spirituality and our walk with God. Let forgiveness be at the root of everything that you say and do going into this year. Be quick to forgive. Be slow to speak. Make everything about you. And in doing that, you'll be so much better. Take it off of other people. Make it about you. What am I supposed to get in this situation? What am I supposed to learn? How am I to grow? What am I supposed to do with this? Make it about you. Take the conversations back to God. Take the situations to God and leave them there. And keep your eyes focused. In 2022, we need to be focused. We need to be mindful. And we need to be forgiving. Y'all be blessed.